Greetings to the Golden Quest International family. I believe all of us are doing super fine. I believe all of us are doing super amazing. And I believe you, our newest partner, you're already enjoying the business so far. So today, I want to talk about new partners orientation. I'm going to talk about how to start your business the right way. I'm going to talk about 3 important requirements. I'm going to talk about 15 mistakes to avoid in e-commerce network marketing business. I'm going to talk about the stages of e-commerce network marketing business. I'm going to talk about types of people in network marketing business. I'm also going to talk about 80-20 rule. By the way, 80-20 rule is a book written by Richard Koch. I've read the book and it talks about the secrets to achieving more with less, called the 80-20 principle by Richard Koch. You can read that book at your free time. And I'm also going to talk about some important things in this orientation. So wherever you are, I want you to be seated in a comfortable place. Be seated with a notebook and a pen so that you get the most from this training. Ensure you have no distractions. Listen until the end without getting distracted. Be in a quiet environment, or if there are distractions wherever you are right now, have your earphone. Understand? Follow and apply all that I'm going to talk about here religiously. Now, how do you start your business the right way? Now that you're already a member of this wonderful organization, my brother, my sister, how do you start the business the right way? Even before we talk about how you start your business the right way, I want to make this training very short as possible. So I'll avoid unnecessary words. I want you to understand that how you start this business really affects so many things. This is the foundation. And just like any other building or structure, the foundation really matters. I believe you can agree to that. The foundation of a building really affects the entire building. The foundation that you give to your kid when they are a few months old or when they are few years old, it really determines who they will be in their adulthood, and I believe you can agree to that. So you, as the new partner of this company and this industry, I want you to understand the kind of mindset you're going to build, the kind of belief, the kind of understanding you're going to have as you start this business is going to influence your business either in a positive way or in a negative way. So listen and listen good. The first way in which you are going to start the business the right way is being 100% convinced. Convinced that what will happen? Convinced that the business can help you achieve your dreams. Convinced that this business works. Convinced that this business can replace your current job. Convinced that through this business you can change your story. Dream it, believe it, and build it. The second thing you need to understand is that you must arrange your life priorities. This is very important. As you start this business, it might be so easy to give excuses why you can't build the business. But I can tell you for sure, you cannot give excuses and make money at the same time. You can only do one thing. You can either make money or give excuses. So understand that there are things that are supposed to be done now. There are things that are supposed to be done later. There are things that are supposed to be done tomorrow. There are things that are supposed to be done next week. And there are things that are not supposed to be done at all. In life, we have things that are urgent and important. If something is very urgent and very important, you have to do it then without thinking twice. If something is urgent and not important, you have to delegate it. Let someone else do it. If something is urgent but not important, you don't have to show up for it. Let someone else do it. Let's say, for example, something happens, you need to attend to something in your matrimonial home, and that thing is not that important. Delegate it to your younger brother, or to your mom, or to whichever person that is there. If something is not important and not urgent, you don't have to do it. Cancel it. Don't do it at all. Something is not important and not urgent should not be attended to. You're going to be wasting your time doing it. You understand? But if something is important but not urgent, what do? You schedule for it. You do it, let's say, in the evening or tomorrow. I believe you've now understood how to arrange your day. Now, in relation to that, we have the business, we have God, we have your family, and we have your job. You have the business, we have your job, we have your family, and we have God. Yes, you need to understand how to arrange these things. Now let me help you. God comes first, as a matter of course. The second thing that will come after God, I know some of you will argue this, but if you are someone who is serious about building this business, I want you to understand that what should follow next after God is your business. Why? Someone might tell me that, my job should come next, or my family should come next. Listen to me. The reason why this business should come before your family is because your family needs this business. You get my point? If this business succeeds, your family is going to smile. Your kids are going to smile. Your parents are going to smile. So never ever give your family or use your family as an excuse of not doing this business. Why didn't you show up for the event? I went to visit my grandmother. Your grandmother needs you to become successful, and you're busy visiting her in the village. Why didn't you, do this assignment? My mama, called me, I was talking to my dad. Sorts of excuses. You understand? Then after your business, your family comes third, and your job last. Why should you put your job last? If at all you are employed, the reason why you should put your job last is because if at all your job was a better deal than this business, I don't think if you could have joined this business. That's a fact. The fact that you joined this business means that you saw a better way out of this business. And the kind of mentality you should be having is to do this business with a lot of seriousness, that it might end up replacing your current job and you end up doing this business on a full-time basis. Go full-time. Go full-time for you to really realize maximum potential out of. I'm not going to lie to you. For you to be among the top 1% in this business, you must decide to be a full-timer. I've never seen any person who is super successful in our business doing the business on a part-time basis. No, I have never seen any. I'm being honest with you. You must decide to do this business on a full-time basis. Now, as I move through, I want you to understand that you also have to settle your personal issues, unfinished contracts, employment issues, health issues, career issues, personal issues with your spouse, with your family members. You need to settle them. You also need to understand how to manage your time. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. Now, to summarize all this, I want you to understand that you need to be productive, not busy. You need to be productive, not busy. There is a difference between being busy and being productive. You also need to brand yourself for the business. Branding is very, very much important. I was to do a video about branding, and I'm so glad it is here. So I'll talk about branding here. Branding is very, very much important. You need to look like a business person. You need to talk like a business person. You need to walk like a business person. You need to dress like a business person. I believe you can see the first photo. In the first photo, I believe you can, if you walk into that room and you find people dressed like that, automatically you'll know that there is serious business going on. But the last photo on the extreme right shows people who are, they are partying. And you can clearly tell. You need to brand your language, brand your social media, and also brand your dress code. In fact, if you are listening to me and you are having a bad profile photo on your WhatsApp or on your TikTok or on your Facebook, I want you to replace that photo with an immediate effect. There is no way you can be talking to someone about $1 million opportunity and you've placed a dog, or an emoji as your profile photo. Some of you don't even have profile pictures. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to brand yourself for business. Then after branding yourself, you need to, you must get in. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. You need to launch your business. Understand? Now, important things you must have. Number 1, you must have a dream. Number 2, you must have a good learning and listening attitude. Number 3, you must have a precise set of skills. This is not optional. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. You have no choice about these 3 things. You must have a big dream. If at all you want to succeed in network marketing, listen to me. These things are non-negotiable. You must have a big dream. You must be someone who is who is willing to learn. You must have a good learning attitude and a good listening. You must be open-minded. You need a precise set of skills. Later on, I'm going to talk about the skills you need in our business. So, when it comes to dream, I'll summarize very, very fast. Just know your why. I've talked about this so many times. Why are you doing this business? Why are you doing this business? Why are you in this business? Why are you doing this business? Always remember why you joined this business. The second thing you need to have is a good learning and listening attitude. Avoid the I know it all attitude. Never ever get to a point in our business that you think you know it all, that you think you can no longer listen to your upline or to the person who introduced you to this business. Never ever get. The moment you get to that point, that will be the starting point of your downfall in this business. You understand? When you are green, you are growing, but when you are ripe, you are dying. Cristiano Ronaldo is a talented soccer player, but why does he need a coach? Because skills beat talent. You understand? If you have talent and you are not skilled, you're not going to succeed. Anyone can learn anything. And the good thing I want you to understand with our business is that the skills are learnable. Our skills are learnable. Another thing you have to understand is that one day God will give you a team. One day you will be having a team of 5 people, or 10 people, or 50 people, or 10,000 people. If you are having this team and you don't know what to teach them, what do you expect? So you must be willing to learn first before you teach. And you cannot teach what you don't know. You understand? Right. So you need precise set of skills as well. And Abraham Lincoln once said that if I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. Mastery is very, very much important in our business. You are not going to do this business as an amateur. You are not going to do guesswork in this business and expect to become successful. I'm sorry, it is not going to happen. Listen to me. It is not going to happen. What are the skills you need to master in our business? List them down. Number 1, we have prospecting. Prospecting is the art of connecting to people. Number 2 is inviting. Inviting is the art of giving people an opportunity to have a look at the business. Then we have presentation. Presentation is sharing the plan or showing the plan. After presentation, we have closing. Closing simply means making the sale. After closing, we have follow-up. Follow-up simply means any activity that follows after showing someone the business. That is called follow-up. After following up, what follows next is onboarding process. After someone joins the business, you need to understand how to onboard them right, or how to help them get started right, or what we call onboarding process. After onboarding process, we have events. Events is also another important skill, or promoting events. That is the correct term. Promoting events is a skill in our business. It's one of the highest paying skills in our business. Then another skill in our business is duplication, leadership and duplication. So master those skills. In your entire journey of network marketing, you just need to focus on those things I've talked about. Understand? Very, very fast, mistakes not to make in the business. Now listen to me. This doesn't mean you will be perfect. Despite the presence of the road signs, accidents still happen. The fact that there are mistakes you need to avoid doesn't mean that you will be perfect in the business. No. Number one, mistake you don't have to do in the business is not having written goals. There is a video I did about goal setting, and I believe you now understand how you can set your goals. So I'm not going to talk about it here. Number two mistake not to do in our business is always wanting to sponsor top producers. Always wanting to sponsor top producers. You keep on wishing, that you just get that one superstar that will change your business. No, success is never by luck. Understand? Success is never by luck. Then number three mistake not to do in our business is lack of commitment. Commitment in terms of money, commitment in terms of time, and commitment in terms of learning. You must commit money to do this business. You must commit time to do this business. You must commit energy, and you must commit learning. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself, because the more you learn, the more you earn. That is a quote by Warren Buffett. So you must be willing to commit money, time, energy for you to become successful in the business. Another mistake not to do in the business is lack of organization. You need to be an organized person. You must have a diary. You must have a presentation kit. This is a booklet that guides you on how to do a presentation. You need a product catalog. You need a smartphone. You need a charger. You need a power bank. You need data. Don't say that you never attended the meeting because you never had a phone, or your phone went off. That is lack of seriousness, honestly. That you never attended a training simply because you never had Google Meet app. That is lack of seriousness. You need a hardcover notebook. You need a circle book. You need a functional pen. You need to dress well. You need a contact book, and you need a laptop as well. Poor record keeping is another mistake not to do in our business. You must keep your records right. Another mistake not to do in our business is to only be interested in personal gain. Don't be a selfish person. Understand that you rise by lifting others. You rise by sharing light to other people in your team. By lifting other people in your team is when you rise. Another mistake not to do in our business is being unavailable. You can't be reached via an SMS. You take days to respond to a message. You get a phone call, you don't return the calls promptly. That is lack of seriousness. That is lack of seriousness. Always make sure that you can be reached easily, either by your upline, or by your downline, or by your prospects. Always return calls promptly. I really hate people who gets missed calls, or who gets messages and they take too long to respond. It's always really disgusting when someone sees your missed call and they take too long to respond back. Always return calls promptly. You understand? Right. Then Another mistake not to do is not interested in learning the business. Listen to me. You can only grow in this business if you are willing to learn the business. Learning the business from your sponsor, from your uplines, from other business partners, from company events and trainings, from team events and trainings, and also personal training like reading books and listening to YouTube or listening to mentor. People join our business and they give excuses that they are busy. That's why they never attended the training. Then it means you don't want the money. As simple as that. Without committing to attend the trainings, it simply means you are not interested in the money. As simple as that. But if you are interested in the money, you must be willing to learn the business if you expect the business to pay you. Failing to keep appointments is another mistake not to do. Always do what you said you will do. Another mistake is giving up too soon. People give up too soon. Someone does the business for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 1 month, for 2 months. If they don't see their desired results, they now make a conclusion that the business doesn't work. My friend, I know of successful people who have built brands, multi-million-dollar brands, and it took them a very long period of time for them to take off in that business. I probably think you know of Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders is the co-founder of KFC. Today, KFC is one of the biggest brands in the world. I believe you know of KFC, irrespective of where you come from. Do you know that KFC started as a roadside restaurant in Kentucky? Just as a roadside restaurant. It took Colonel Sanders a long period of time for his business even to expand outside his town. But today, KFC is all over the world. So that simply tells you that if you keep on building the business, eventually you will succeed. So never give up too soon. Easily getting discouraged by your friends, by your relatives, or your loved ones. You are about to become extraordinary and you have two options. Focus on building your business without listening. You only have to focus on one thing. On building your business without listening to what other people say. You understand? You can only do two things. You can either focus on building the business without listening to your negative friends, or go back to the kind of life you are having. The choice is yours. You can either decide that you want to do this business and change your life, or go back to the normal life you had. The choice is yours. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone else is waiting for your opportunity. Keep on sharing your business. If you don't give up on something you truly believe in, you will find a way. That is the truth. Another mistake not to do is bad-mouthing other companies or people. Don't criticize other companies or other people. Don't compare yourself with other people. Businesses are built by relationships, so avoid what will kill the relationship. Bad-mouthing and criticizing always kills relationships, and the moment you kill relationships, you've killed the business. If you can't support it, keep quiet. Always stay positive. Understand? This is a quote by Dale Carnegie. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Constantly criticizing, condemning, and complaining is what breaks most relationships. Instead of criticizing and condemning, figure out how you can solve the problem together. Instead of focusing on blaming the other person for what they did wrong, focus on how you can avoid the problem next time. That is a quote by Dale Carnegie. I believe that point is home. Another mistake not to do in the business is lack of self-esteem. You lack confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you are capable of becoming successful. Be 10 times bolder. Faith it till you make it. You can't have then be. You must be before having. You understand? Always keep that in mind as you run this business. Have confidence. Confidence is not that they will like me. Confidence is I will be fine if they don't. Another mistake not to do is over exaggeration and mispresenting the business. Never ever hype your prospects just for them to join the business and realize that you lied to them. Always present the business the way it is. Never ever mispresent the business or exaggerate the business. I'm also going to talk about the 80-20 rule. I've talked about this. These are the activities you should focus on in the business. Number 1 is prospecting. Number 2 is invitation. Number 3 is presentation. Number 4 is follow-up. Number 5 is signing up. You also have training and retention. You have promoting events. 80-20 rule says that 20% of your effort gives 80% of your results. Understand? And this will help you see your most productive tasks. As I proceed very fast, we have different types of prospects. I think I talked about this earlier. We have hot market. Hot market are your closest family members and your closest friends. You also have warm market. Warm market are your church mates, your schoolmates, people you know but not that close. Then we have cold market, who are totally strangers. So you need to invite all your hot and warm market prospects within 6 days. I believe you've already done that. If you are watching this video, I believe you've already reached out to your warm market and your cold market prospects. So that is it. Congratulations for listening to me up to this far. I'm happy to be your coach for today. Cheers.